Ludwig Büchner. Friedrich Karl Christian Ludwig Büchner was a German philosopher, physiologist, and physician who became one of the exponents of 19th-century scientific materialism. Büchner was born at Darmstadt on March 29, 1824. From 1842 to 1848 he studied physics, chemistry, botany, mineralogy, philosophy, and medicine at the University of Gießen, where he graduated in 1848 with a dissertation entitled Beiträge zur Hallskünstler von einem excitomotorischen Nervensystem. Afterwards, he continued his studies at the University of Strasbourg, the University of Würzburg and the University of Vienna. In 1852 he became lecturer in medicine at the University of Tübingen, where he published his magnum opus Kraft und Stoff, Empirisk Natur Philosophisk Studien. In this work, the product, according to Lang, of a fanatical enthusiasm for humanity, he sought to demonstrate the indestructibility of matter, and the finality of physical force. The extreme scientific materialism of this work caused so much opposition that he was compelled to give up his post at Tübingen, and he retired to Darmstadt, where he practiced as a physician and contributed regularly to pathological and physiological magazines. He continued his philosophical work in defense of materialism, and published Natur und Geist, aus Natur und Wissenschaft, der Fortschritt in Natur und Geschichte im Licht der Darwinschen Theorie, Tatsachen und Theorien aus dem Naturwissenschaftlichen Leben der Gegenwart, Fremds und Eigens aus dem Gestlichen Leben der Gegenwart, Darwinismus und Sozialismus, im die Saint der Wahrheit. Ludwig Büchner's materialism was the founding ground for the freethinkers movement in Germany. In 1881 he founded in Frankfurt the German Freethinkers League. He died at Darmstadt on May 1, 1899. In estimating Büchner's philosophy, it must be remembered that he was primarily a physiologist, not a metaphysician. Matter and force are, he maintained, infinite. The conservation of force follows from the imperishability of matter, the ultimate basis of all science. Büchner is not always clear in his theory of the relation between matter and force. At one time he refuses to explain it, but generally he assumes that all natural and spiritual forces are indwelling in matter. Just as a steam engine, he says in Kraft und Stoff, produces motion, so the intricate organic complex of force-bearing substance in an animal organism produces a total sum of certain effects, which, when bound together in a unity, are called by us mind, soul, thought. Here he postulates force and mind as emanating from original matter, a materialistic monism. But in other parts of his works he suggests that mind and matter are two different aspects of that which is the basis of all things, a monism which is not necessarily materialistic. Büchner was much less concerned to establish a scientific metaphysics than to protest against the romantic idealism of his predecessors and the theological interpretations of the universe. Nature, according to him, is purely physical, it has no purpose, no will, no laws imposed by extraneous authority, no supernatural ethical sanction. Modern Christian apologists consider Büchner the father of atheistic evangelism in Germany, a counterpart to Thomas Huxley. Ludwig Büchner was the brother of George Büchner, a famous playwright, and Louise Büchner, a women's rights advocate, and the uncle of Ernst Büchner, inventor of the Büchner flask. Attribution.